All right, this is section 3.4, day 2. And all we're going to do today is just build on what we did yesterday where we minimize or maximize a profit function or a cost function, except we're going to do it with real world problems. So just to review of yesterday, right, there's a lot of steps. You have a set of inequalities, you graph them, find the vertices, and then you take all the vertices and test them in a function to find the min or max. In this particular one, we found the max profit. So our answer was x7, y3 gives a profit of 17. Okay, and all we're going to do today is we're going to have a story problem. So we're going to have to come up with this function and this set of inequalities and then do the same steps as yesterday. So just 2 problems in this lesson. All right, and honestly, the harder step is just the new step, which is to write the min-max or the profit function or objective function, cost function, whatever you want to call it, and then the system of inequalities. All right, so here's our first question. You're going to go through some movies, all right, and we have a bunch of constraints, like it's $8 to go to a night movie, $5 to go to a matinee, all right, and kind of coupled with that is you have at most $39 to spend. You had 40, but then your little sister stole $1, so now you have 39. And you want to go to as many night shows as matinees. You like going at night, so you want to go to at least as many night shows as matinees. Okay, so I'm going to give you one quick hint on this. So your 2 variables, right, are x and y, are going to be the number of night shows and the number of matinees. And it doesn't matter which is which. So I'm going to just say x is going to be the number of night movies, how many you go see, and then y is going to be the number of matinees. Okay, and so see if you can everything you can come up with. Pause the video and try and come up with everything you can here, and then I'll go through it with you. Okay, so the first thing is the inequality is the cost. So we have to stay under $39, right? Which means we pay $8 every time we go to a night movie, plus $5 for every time we go to a matinee movie, and that has to stay below $39. Right, so that is our first inequality, is 8x plus 5y has to be less than 39. All right, then the other one is kind of tricky, but you want to see at least as many night shows as matinees. So if we compare y to x, x is our night movies, and we want to go to at least as many night movies as matinees. So the mouth would be eating x, and we also could be equal. So this would say matinees bigger than or equal to this would say night shows x greater than or equal to matinees. All right, and then the last 2, these aren't as critical, but these are the same things we had yesterday, where basically you can't be negative. So we'd say the night movies has to be greater than or equal to 0, same thing with matinees. All right, so those are our inequalities, that's our system. All right, and then the min-max function, this is a little bit goofy, but you want to see the greatest number of movies as you can see. So the number of movies we see, our movies, is equal to the night movies plus the matinees. So that's what we're trying to maximize, is just x plus y. All right, so we are going to do the same steps as yesterday, where we're going to graph all this stuff, and then we're going to find the intersection, right? Where does the overlap? And then test the vertices. All right, and so a couple things. One, we're not going to do these by paper because this is going to get a little messy, especially this first one. And we're actually going to use Desmos, the online program, to graph them. So this is how I would do homework, is actually to use Desmos. So one of the nice things about Desmos is you don't have to put them in y equals form. So I'm going to graph this first one just the way it is. Right, so I'm going to do a search for Desmos. And you want to find the Desmos graphing calculator. So you can see the address up there, and then just start typing. So 8x plus 5y has to stay, and there's a keyboard down here for me. So it has to be less than or equal to 39. And then the other one was y, I think, less than or equal to x. Okay, so you can start to see our region here. And you can put in the last 2 if you want, but oftentimes I don't even put them in. It gets so messy when you put them in. So it's so much to see here. I can't even see the overlapping region anymore. It's just too much. So oftentimes what I'll do is I'll just delete these two, or you can actually turn them off here. See if I can, I lost them now, but you can turn them off. Put it back in quick. But you can just turn it off by clicking this over here so it turns off, right? And so basically I know it's got to be up here, right? So if I look at my overlap of the red and the blue, it's this triangle, and then I'm not going to go down here because this is negative. So my region is just this triangular region, all right? And then just click and get those are my vertices, all right? And those are the ones we've got to test. So as far as what I want you to write down today is these vertices. So I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to list my vertices. Okay, and so my vertices I believe are 0, 0, 3, 3. And then the last one would be, this is really, like if you think about this in real life terms, we don't quite have enough money to see a fifth movie here. So even though this seems like it would round up, you're actually going to round it down because we don't, otherwise we go over our $39. If we tried to go to that fifth movie, right? Because I think they're $8 a movie, so that'd be too much. So basically this is going to be 4, 0. All right, so we're going to round that down. So our last vertex is actually x4 and y0. All right, and so how many movies we see here? That's none. Here we see 3 of each, so 6 total, and here is 4. Okay, so sort of the end of this story is the way to maximize the number of movies is to say and see at least as many night movies as matinees. Your best bet, if you got $39 and these are the costs, the best bet is to see 3 of each. Right, so that's sort of our final answer is 3 of each movie for a total of 6. Okay, and so in homework, show this work, and then I think all the other thing I asked for is just to sketch it. So basically, it doesn't have to be pretty, but let's see if I can remember what this one looks like. We got a line like this, line like, well, that's really bad, but it's hard for me to draw on this thing. And then just, list what you found. So this one was like 4.8. To just sketch a picture roughly like that. I mean, that's actually pretty ugly, but it doesn't have to be much better than that. Just where are your vertices? What did the shaded region look like? So you're just copying that off of our Desmos picture. All right, one more for you to practice. This one is a business I think a high school student should do. Is if with all the cracked screens, if you could fix iPhones, iPads, or whatever, fix their screens, you'd probably make a killing. Right? Especially middle school. When I taught in middle school, every middle school kid had a cracked screen. It was unreal. All right, so at any rate, your first step, we want to maximize our profit in this case. And so you've got to come up with the inequality based on this. And then also like this one's going to be a profit function that you're trying to maximize. Right, so see if you can identify x and y, what are x and y, and then come up with the inequalities in the min-max function. All right, hopefully you had a chance to try this. So our two variables are the number of iPhones we're going to fix and the number of iPads. And again, it doesn't matter which one is which, really. You can do it the other way around. Really makes no difference. Okay, and the profit function is right in here. As you make $80 for an iPhone and $100 for an iPad. So that's our function is 80x plus 100 for an iPad. That equals our profit. And that's what we're trying to maximize. Find the XY combination that'll make this profit the highest. All right, as far as the constraints, this is pretty tricky. As you can fix at most 30 per month. So we fix X iPhones and Y iPads, and that has to stay less than or equal to 30 because we fix at most 30 per month. All right, and then the other one has to do with minutes. So it takes 50 minutes for an iPhone and 80 minutes for an iPad. They're a little more complex apparently. And then that has to stay under 2,000 minutes. Right, so this one, first one is just with regular phones, and then this one is with minutes. And oftentimes this is the hard one that kids miss because they want to put a number here and here, but this is just the number of these phones plus a number of these is less than or equal to 30. And that's where I think knowing what X and Y are, like this is how many you're fixing. That's really important to understand that when you do your inequalities and then your min-max function. Right, and again, we could add in the other two just if we want, but I'm actually not even going to end up graphing these because, again, they make my graph goofy. Basically, you can't fix negative iPads or iPhones, so it'd be greater than or equal to 0 for both our variables. All right, next up is just to graph these in Desmos and find where they overlap. All right, so bring it back up here. So it's x plus y less than or equal to 30. And then, what was it? I forget, 50x and 80y. 50x plus 80y less than or equal to 2000 minutes. Okay, and obviously these numbers are bigger, so we're going to have to zoom back, right? We're going to have to zoom out our graph till we get a picture of it. And again, I'm not going to do the other two. I'm just going to know that I'm not going into negatives. Okay, so this looks kind of goofy, and the bounded region is below both lines. So most kids can figure out this is one vertex, right? But be careful out here. We actually want the inner one, right? Because we have to be below both lines. So this one out here isn't below the blue line, right? So make sure you get the right vertex and then the one up here. So this is our shaded region in here. Okay, and technically 0, 0 is a vertex also because we're not going into negatives. It really doesn't matter too much because you're not going to make any profit if you do 0, 0, 0 of each. It would fit these constraints, but it wouldn't make any profit. All right, and so when I list my vertices, again, I'm going to round this one, right, to 13 and 16, right, because I don't want to go over, so I'm going to round those down. We're going to list them out then and figure out which one is the highest profit. So I just copied these from the graph, the 3 vertices. Again, this one got rounded down. Testing the profit, I don't kind of have space there, but for like this first one, the work would be 80, but we didn't fix any of those, plus 100, and we got 25 of those we fixed. So that would be $2,500 profit. Okay, and then 13, 16, we just do 80 times 13 plus 100 times 16. 2640, 2,640 profit, not bad. And then the last one, 30 would be 2,400. Okay, so based on this, it looks like our best plan, say this is like a monthly plan or something, would be to fix 13 iPhones and 16 iPads, make a profit of 2640. All right, so that's our best bet here if we're trying to maximize our profit. Right, so again, in homework, do this kind of work and then sketch the picture of the graph. Make sure you clearly understand our answer here. 13 iPhones, 16 iPads, $2,640 profit. All right, that's it. Again, it's a lot of steps, but you can reference this video if you forget. Hopefully the individual steps themselves aren't too hard. All right, reach out if you have any questions.